Well, hello and welcome to this week's Ggbo Show and Grow, guys. Hey, it's all about trying to make everybody's channel do better and help everybody get somewhere in life. You know what I mean? So let me mute this TV up here in my ear. It's really getting my ear there. So I'll bring it back on in a minute when I turn the video on. Don't let me forget when I play a video to turn the sound back on. So hey guys, I hope everybody had a good week. I had a pretty good week. Well, I got a lot done and I made some videos about this and that. Y'all know me, I'm a video making machine. I enjoy making the videos as much as I do anything, and I enjoy making tools and stuff. So I had a good week. I made a measuring thing and a router sled that was clear. You can see through, so you can see where you're routing. And well, it doesn't work if your router bit comes out. So yeah, that was crap. But yeah, life can happen, you know. So yeah, the router bit come out and went through the bottom of the melee maker, and well, it actually went through the top, but it's gonna be the bottom. So yeah, well, anyway, it went through the bottom, which was one. Never mind, I don't even want to go there. But anyway, I'm just gonna chunk it in a pile and probably hang it up on the wall for a memory there to think about, and get on another one, which I did. I started on that base y'all seen on the counter there, so we got moving on that, and I'm hoping everybody will come on in here and join us here soon, and we'll get this thing going and see what the day brings. And got the live stream coming up in an hour, so we always stop way before that so we don't interfere and give them room to do their thing. But yeah, guys, yeah, I thought about trying to fix it, but you know, I'm kind of like, nah, I'm agitated. And then the bad thing was I didn't have a piece of wood to match to it, so I didn't have the other half of that piece of wood. The other pieces of sycamore I got are different; they don't match that. So yeah, so I think I'll take the one I did the other day. You know, just start it on, and I'll go ahead and make it a thin body. Put a cap on top of it, and then that one there. Well, like I say, hanging on the wall to look at. That's all it's good for. But hey, guys, thank you all for coming in. And this week I got a guest to come in with me, and we're gonna go ahead and bring him on in so we can just start talking about whatever, and people will trickle on in as we go. But I got Cade from Ravencroft Guitars, excuse me, and he's up in Canada, way over on the west side over there, kind of close to Alaska, where I used to go all summers. You know, I spent my summers in Nome. So yeah, but yeah, let's bring Cade in and let's just see what's going on in his world, you know, and we're gonna let him talk about it. I want to hear, you know, and you know, we got a little news and I got a subject we want to talk about. We'll talk about it while he's on though. So let's just go with that. And I got his little questions laid out here. Y'all know how I do that. So let's go from there. Let's welcome him in here. Okay, let's go.
Hey,
Well, hello there, Cade. How you doing, sir?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. Glad to have you here with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, we just try to have a fun time and talk about the GGBO and talk about helping each other. And you know, I got Lucifer comes in. Some of my regulars, I don't know if they're gonna be able to make it. One of them, the guy, my friend in Italy, I think he had promised the wife to take her to dinner tonight. So Gio might not join us, but I
Happy
see
wife,
Jeffrey and Robert, Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer's here, and Brett is his name. But yeah, guys, you know the thing I like to know is I like to learn who people are. I mean, Lucifer, yeah, that's the name, channel name, but knowing Brett's name is pretty nice to know who I'm talking to, you know. So,
Yeah.
like you, I got a name with you now. I stuck my name on my channel. I'm a fool, but you know, y'all know that. So, Cade, tell me how your week went.
Not too bad. Outside of guitar building, I'm a teacher by trade, so I've been on spring break this week, so I've been able to get some spring cleaning done around the house and get started with my GGBO build and catch up on the long list of things my wife has been asking me to do for a while now. So, yeah.
You got one of them too, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. I got a deck out back that's calling my name. I got to rip all the decking off of it and replace it. And it's about, well, the top deck's 10 by 12, and then the bottom deck is 12 by 30.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And it runs right up to the pool, and it runs right up to the fence on the other side, and then it goes to the hot tub building. And when I get to there, I swear I'm gonna stop. I'm not going in. But then I got to paint all the fence
Yeah.
and put in new lattice under the decking because she wants that. So yeah, I get
Never
the
ends.
honeydew list just like everybody else. Okay, but
Yep.
the spa pump quit working. I went on YouTube to see how to fix it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, what do? You go look for the biggest guy that's got the biggest YouTube, and then you see the one that's got the best info,
Yeah.
and you use it like anything else. And man, I've educated myself with YouTube so much.
Oh, University of YouTube is amazing. Yeah, I never have
Well,
to call anybody for anything anymore. It's great.
yeah, I mean, if you want to study on any subject, just type it in.
Yep.
We'll study astrophysics. I bet you can find somebody that'll teach you astrophysics this afternoon. I
Probably.
mean, yeah, I'm sure you can, man. But yeah, I've been enjoying what I do, and I got in it just for the fun of building, and so you do teaching. You say, what age kids you mess with or have to deal
I
with?
teach from grade 7 through to grade 12. Mostly
Okay.
English, but a little bit of like social studies, history thrown in there as well.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, they don't want me teaching people anything. I promise you that.
Sometimes I'm amazed they want me teaching people. So
Oh, they used to have me work at the school so I could fix shit. That's what I was there for. Okay, so yeah, when the air conditioning quit, call Spike. When the furnace when the toilet clogs up, call Spike. That was me. That's what I did. So
our
yeah,
custodians are the most popular people in the building. They're
well,
them and our
got to get it
maintenance
done.
workers. They're miracle workers.
Yeah, well, I didn't do the custodian stuff. I was on a crew that come in from the main office. So they'd have a problem, and I'd go out and just, I had to just go fix something like I kept all the boilers up and the chillers and all the air conditioning system, and mostly I was the heat and air conditioning guy. So on Sundays when it was real cold, I'd have to go around to all my schools in my district to make sure all the heat was on for Monday
Yeah.
morning. So just kind of things you did, but it kept me busy. And see, that's the secret for me is staying busy. That keeps me more sane than not. Which y'all can't imagine if I wasn't sane. Or y'all understand. But yeah, I just for me it brings focus because I write me a plan of what I'm going to do most of the time, except yesterday. And yesterday, after I put the hole in that guitar, I talked to you and Brett for a little while. We done a little chat, and I thought about it after we got off, and I said, "No, I can't stand it. It's just eating at me." And I went over to that door and took off that picture of that Ibanez, that Washburn bass, and carried it to the wood pile. And well, y'all seen the video. Y'all know what I did.
Yep.
I chopped up a piece of sycamore into a one-piece 5-string bass.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I want everybody to do. Put in the comments how much you think that bass weighs right now. It's pretty much the size of a Washburn, but it's a little the headstock's a little extra big because I left me some room to be creative there. And it's 2.5 inches thick. So, and it's sycamore. So yeah. Just give me an idea. Drop it in the in the comment there. I'd like to see what y'all think it goes. Lucifer knows because he heard me say it. Well, I put it on in my message earlier. Yeah, it was a beast. When I had that thing up in the air, well before I started with it, I'd already cut it up with the circular saw, and before I started on the bandsaw, I went over there, and if you watch close, you can see me stretching like this and getting all stretched out before I even started on that darn thing. And then I pulled it over and went at it with the bandsaw. And then I got part of the way through and realized that, well, I done good this time. Lucifer knows that I'm terrible about, just like he is, about turning on the bandsaw and not lowering down the guide,
The
down
guard
close.
is just a suggestion. It's fine.
I know people. I've got people give me grief about it though, and that my earplugs, I get grief about those. Where's your ear protection? I usually wear these because I can't see without them, So that's pretty simple, I got me one of those. You seen those shields that look like you in a space movie? The clear shield. Yep.
Yeah.
When I do turning on my lathe, I got that thing to put on, and I just can't see me putting that on to do everything. That'd look a little bit like Paul Sellers. I seen him using one of them on his thing, making something. But he works slow as men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I quit talking to y'all yesterday, and I went And dude, I went and grabbed that thing off the door right at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And at 10 o'clock, I came in here and put the files in the computer, and it was on the table, and I started editing. And it took me almost 4 hours to do the damn edit on a 3 hour on a 15-minute video or 12-minute video by the time I got done chopping, because I just kept chopping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Well,
don't
when you
need to see
sent
me
me,
stand more than about 15 seconds to understand I sanded it. So
yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
just
you
ain't
must
gonna
have been
do that to
working
people.
real late because when you sent me the picture, it must have been like 1 a.m. my time. So that's like 3 a.m. your time.
Well, I'd already stopped, and then I'd gone into making thumbnails and doing things, and the
No.
video was uploading, and I'd already done. The edit was done. I mean, it got done right 12:45 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
and then I got done with the edit, and then I went in the house and let it render in the house while I watched some TV,
There you go.
and then I did my upload and done my thumbnail. And I need thumbnail help. I can promise you that. My thumbnails are terrible. I need better ones. But, I think the one today where I had that guitar with a hole in it might be the best thumbnail I've had in a while, because it's got 9% or something going on it. So
I still
never
think
know.
that's salvageable. I know you want to toss it, but I feel like there's got to be some way that you could save it. Punch a
Well,
bunch of
I
more
haven't.
holes in it and say that they're sound holes. Make it a design feature instead of a flaw. Just
Well, my idea was putting F holes in it.
yeah.
Okay, but it's just not really a damn good place to put an F hole. I mean,
Yeah, it's right at the bottom, isn't it? Like right in the middle at the bottom. Yeah.
it's right there.
See, but if
And
you
it come through, buddy. Look at that. It went right through that sucker.
how thick is
It
it?
was going here, and it started binding up, and it jerked.
Yeah.
And when it did, it come back and it went. And after that, it already dove in. And once it got in, it was just eating guitar then. So
Yeah, I would just
we
punch a bunch more holes into it and then just say they're sound holes. They're natural figured sound holes.
yeah, probably. That's Well, I don't know. I tell you what I thought about. I've got some tops, and I thought about just flattening it out, kind of get it light, and then put a top on it and make it like a thin line guitar or whatever,
Yeah.
and just maybe put ambrosia maple top or something on the other half, because I got the other half of it,
Right.
and I just don't really want to. Well, I could maybe save it, but I'm thinking it maybe the better idea is just take the other half that I've got, that same wood, put another top on it, and make a whole guitar. And then I've got enough of that sycamore to start a whole nother one of these, and
Fair
maybe
enough.
make it a bigger box instead of a melody maker shape, maybe some other shape.
Yeah.
So but the one thing I'm looking at this bass and noticing about it is this bass is as close to being a Telecaster as it could ever be.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, it is. I mean, I'm gonna pop the camera over there right quick. I want you to look at this. Go to the button here and there. Okay. Can you see right there now?
Yep.
Okay. Can you see my pointer on the screen?
No, I don't see your pointer.
Oh, okay, it's right in the center, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. If you notice, the body is a slab, a flat slab, just like a Telecaster. It ain't got really a comfort carve or anything. It's just got a round over around the edges.
Yeah.
It is. It's simple. And then the neck is, it's other than that crook in the middle of it up there, it's got this 14-degree headstock. Well, I think I left enough here from there down to there to get that 14-degree headstock if I want to go that way.
Yeah.
Or just go ahead and cheat and do one of the Fender headstocks, where it just steps down to 5/8, so, or maybe more to give it some more tension on the strings. So I don't know. I'm just thinking. So let me see. I've been missing all these pictures over here, man. Everybody's been talking. I just hadn't been paying attention to the comments. So let me get back on my other screen here, back where I was supposed to be. Okay, there we go. So anyway, let me see what's going on here. What they got? Robert R said 22. No, a little lighter than that, Robert. Lucifer just laughing. Bill. Oh, Bill's wearing one of Lucifer's shirts, sounds like. And I'm fixing to do some shirts. When I do, I'll get some out to everybody, and we'll get those around, some stickers and stuff. I'm working at it. And let me see. Bill says I need externally taken pictures. I've done that some, Bill, and I'm working on it, but I need a better camera for that because I can take a 20 megapixel camera with my little GoPro, but it's still a damn GoPro.
Yeah. You can use your phone. A lot of phones nowadays have like really solid cameras, and just take that and then use that. That's all I do. All of my videos are filmed from my iPhone because I'm poor and I can't afford a camera. So
you should see my phone right now. Though that's my phone doing that picture over there. Okay, that is it, and it works pretty good as a camera. But the problem is the screen's got like these little these lines in it like this where I dropped it.
Oh yeah.
Because I was using it to film and I knocked the tripod over, kind of like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
But I caught it yesterday. I mean, but I'm gonna tell you what, when you got a whole guitar with a neck on it, trying to run that thing through the bandsaw, that's a lot more cumbersome than you would think. I promise you that.
Oh yeah.
I learned that real quick. I learned about that yesterday. There was ways I usually cut stuff that I couldn't do. I had to back up, just do little chops into it this way, and then just kind of glide this way, and then just kind of grind it out.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to turn it with that neck on there. It wasn't going to go around. No matter, I don't care whose bandsaw it was, it wasn't going in that corner. You know what I mean? It could. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, well, let me ask you a couple more of my questions here while before I get too sidetracked here today.
Yeah, sure thing.
Now, how long have you been building on guitars?
In earnest, only about 3 years, 2 or 3 years,
Okay.
give or take. My first one, which is actually the one behind me here, I built that when I was 17. It's just like a project with my dad. We bought a kit, and then rather than using the kit, we just kind of used it as a template to build the guitar itself. And then
that's cool.
Yeah, and then I was in college and everything, so couldn't do much because college dorms aren't exactly set up for building anything. And then my wife and I bought our first house here a couple years back and finally had a garage I could fill with all the stuff that I ever wanted. And yeah, so it's been, probably about 3 years in earnest, actually building guitars.
So how long have you played guitar?
Oh, how old am I now? 28, so 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah, about 13 years.
God almighty. Man, you make me feel old. I'll be 64 in 2-3 weeks. So
there you go.
Yeah. But it's been a rough life. I promise you that. Oh man. So you got one of my questions because I'm going to ask you what you did for a living if you didn't mind us asking, but you've already kind of told us that.
Yeah. Yep.
Who influenced you in the building, or who has influenced you in building? Is there somebody or some brand or something, or?
I mean, like, as far as like the actual process of building, I mean, obviously Ben Crow is a lot of them. He's got the biggest channel out there that I've like run into as far as like how to actually build. So a lot of the techniques that I use are from him because I'm self-taught through YouTube. Chick's Guitars, we've talked about him. He makes amazing stuff. Like, it's just beautiful.
Did you see his video that he done the 3 parts of how to build a guitar? And he talks all the way through because he normally didn't talk up till the Ggbo.
Yeah.
But then when he spoke and he explained it all, I mean, he just made it sound simple. I mean, and it really broke it down to where it's just take your time and use your skills. So.
Yeah. No, he's very well spoken, and like his videos he shows all the right things. That's like, oh crap, I could totally do that. Like, that's not as hard as you kind of make it up to be in your own head, which is nice.
Yeah, now that's true. But see, now I'm more of a Dan from like Guns and Guitars type guy. I'll take a grinder to that thing and do my shaping. Okay, so I might take part of my hand off with the grinder too, but I'll take the grinder to it. So.
I'll start my shaping with like a Shinto saw rasp. Like, oh, this is really cool. This like feels great. But man, does that take a long time. I'm gonna go get the cutoff disc on my angle grinder and just go to town. But I don't film that, so I look fancy. But
well, that's the thing about being the frugal fixer. You can film shit like that, and people go, "What in the heck? You cut out a guitar blank with a circular saw and a sawzall?" Yep, I got it down to where I can handle it that way. I don't want to. I mean, I wasn't going to try to put that through the bandsaw. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So
At the end of the day, it just depends how much sanding you want to do. Is really all it comes down to. If you can get it pretty close and you're willing to spend a little more time sanding it to be smooth, then whatever. Do it with the crappiest jigsaw you have. I mean,
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
if you cut way outside the line where you can where you sand to the
Sand it
line, it
down.
doesn't matter.
Yep.
You could cut it with a chainsaw. As far as that goes, I believe I could make a chain. I believe I got an electric chainsaw around there. I could sharpen up and make one.
Oh,
I know I
there's
can
a
make a
video.
blank. I know I may just take that to the next one when I need to do that and cut it down. Why not? I mean, it'd be pretty easy to do. What else going on here? I see Neil's in. Hey, Neil, good to see you, brother. He sneaks in every now and then. Let me see. They talking about how old I am, I guess. Bill's 58. Neil's 51. And see, we're a bunch of old farts. Yeah, it really is. So, yeah, let me get back to my questions now. So I don't want to get too sidetracked here. I do that. You know, we ain't got all that much time today. So, what's your favorite kind of guitar, or what is your favorite guitar?
As far as like the commercially produced out there ones, I'm a big fan of the Telecaster shape. I know it's kind of vanilla and like a lot of people are, find it very plain. I love the Tele shape. I think it's great. Yeah.
You see that one?
Yeah. Yeah. No, yep. I think they're super comfortable. And just, yeah, they're super versatile in the sound that you can get out of them because you can throw whatever pickups you want in them. And yeah, I really like the Tele. And like the first Tele I ever got was the one that I built with my dad. Like I had never played one before. I just sat down. I was like, yeah, what the hell? Let's build one. And since then, yeah, I've been hooked. So like even the designs that I make for myself start as Telecasters, and then I just tweak them to kind of fit what I'm looking for. Right. So
well, that carved top right there, the one I did for Ggbo last year.
Yep.
The one with this one here. That's basically a Telecaster scale length and neck, pretty much, and just it ain't far from it,
Yep.
So, but I just enjoy building that. But if you first build a Telecaster, is the way to go to learn and start. If you're going to build a guitar, and if you put together a kit, it doesn't matter. You can start with pretty much any. I mean, you can do a Les Paul for the first kit if you just take your time and know what you're doing.
Yep.
And and kind of just check things to make sure they're right to start. But if I was going to do a scratch build out of wood, I'd get a guy to build a Telecaster. And that's the thing about the bass, is it's as close to a Telecaster as you can get to make it simple as on that part. But the neck might be a little more tricky with having to carve it while it's mounted in there.
Yeah.
But at least I got a lot of surfaces to bolt down or clamp down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and at the end of the day, with a one piece like that, if you mess up half of it, you cut it off, and then you have a body and a neck. And if they don't work together, you use them on other things, right? Like
now you understand my thinking about that. I went in it with that thought. I said, look, I'm going to go into this, and I'm just going to build the whole thing.
Yep.
Now, if it goes crazy, I can cut the wings off of it, start over, and put new ones back on.
Yep.
Or if that don't work, I could go the other way. You know what I mean? So.
Yep.
Put a neck in it if I have to, if I just completely screw the neck up while I'm doing it. So we'll see, So I know it's better than the neck that's in it now. Whatever I do's got to beat that. I mean, but to build that guitar, I've got to have truss rod, some stiffeners, because I'm doing one piece of wood, so I want stiffeners in it, even though it is quarter sawn and the grain's perfectly vertical in all that wood. The whole slab's perfectly vertical. But I'm still going to do it that way. So, yeah. Okay, let me get back to your questions here. Do you do anything with CNC machines at all, or are you hand build?
I'm all hand built. Again, because I'm poor for the most part. The only time I've ever used the CNC machine is like everyone and their dog. I tried doing like a resin river guitar, and the pieces of wood floated and all the resin went underneath, and then cured, so I had like half an inch of solid resin on the bottom, and there was no way I was getting that off by myself at home. So I took it to a buddy who had a CNC and used it just to flatten the whole surface off and get that mess gone. But no, I'm all hand power tools, just myself.
Now, my adventure with CNC was I built the MP CNC, which is mostly printed CNC.
Mm-hmm.
So I fired up the 3D printer, and I printed out all the parts. And then I got some electrical conduit, some skateboard bearings, and I put it together. And I think I had about $700 in it. And it cut Well, it cut that guitar, that carved top body right there.
Yeah.
I done the design and got it. And I still got all my designs, and I could put it back together and go back to doing it. But I'm just not, you know, I just decided I wanted to work with these more, even if I try to cut them off. But I wanted to work more with these, and then that. And I may go back to it, but I've got somebody wanting to buy one of my great big machines out here, my 4 foot by 8 foot thermoforming machine. And if you take a 4 foot by 8 foot machine out of my shop, that leaves a lot of floor space.
Yeah.
So then the CNC is going to go back in. That's the plan.
There you go.
So, yeah. So now we're going to get to the subject at hand. I want to know, what's your plan for the Ggbo this year?
So I'm challenging myself a little bit with this one. So I have a friend who's a little brother. His name is Brendan. He has cerebral palsy. So he's totally wheelchair bound, and has pretty limited use of his left hand. So he really wants to learn how to play guitar, but he can't get one that fits within his wheelchair really well. He can only do hammer-on pull-offs with one hand, and can't do much strumming on the other side, and is just kind of really struggling with it. So what I've decided to do is I'm building a guitar that is specifically made to be accessible for him with his disabilities. So the body shape itself is made to fit within the arms of his wheelchair. We're making it multi-scale, so it's a little more ergonomic for his hand. Left-handed, so that he can do all the hammer-on pull-offs with the right hand. I'm not sure how I'm going to show a sound test of it when it's all done, because I don't play left-handed, but we'll figure it out. All the knobs and everything are going to be moved to the lower bout at the front, so that he can reach them nice and easy. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, so that's
Well,
kind
that's cool.
plan.
That's cool that you're doing something to help somebody, you know. And
Yeah.
you know, I tell everybody every week, let's do something to help somebody.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, let's help somebody else along the way. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm hoping happens, is everybody helps other people, you know. So I've been kind of watching. I hadn't seen anybody tell me about a video they wanted played yet, but I've been watching for it. I watched my buddy Lucifer yesterday. He had his premiere, man. It was cool. Did you get to see that?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good. I was giving him a hard time about his Crocs in the comments, asking if they were steel-toed.
Oh, you get the Crocs. You pick on him about them, yeah. Yeah, we have to pick on Brett when we get a chance. Y'all know that. Hey, y'all, if you can't take it,
exactly.
don't dish it out. Okay, so you know, I'm one of them that's had to take it my whole life, so I don't mind dishing it a little bit every now and then. But yeah, okay, so I love that idea for a bill, man. That's cool. I mean, I take in guitars from the music store and repair them, and then give them back to the music store, and he gives them to people that are learning to play, that need a guitar or whatever.
Yeah.
And he handed me a 12-string a while back to fix, and it wouldn't stay in tune. It kept going flat. And I said, well, I think the truss rod's the issue, because it just, you know, it's laying down. And I said, let me look at it. So I got it, checked it, and I got it where it played. And I took it back to him. I said, now, who are you going to sell this to? Somebody that wants to play, you know, whatever, you know, 12-string music only? And he said, well, that is kind of a problem, ain't it? I said, I tell you what I think you should do. I said, I think I'd hang it on the wall and have it as a lesson guitar for anybody who wants to come in and learn to play a 12-string or learn what a 12-string's about. It's there for them. I said, we got the guitar for free. I fixed it for you for free. Just put it up and use it. I mean, you know, instead of giving it to somebody, let's share it with everybody. And he said, that's cool. So that's what we did with that, you know. So, yeah. So, like I say, help somebody. That's what I tell people all the time. I mean, I'm at the age, I mean, I'm beyond help, so we might as well help other people. But yeah, let me look here and see what else I got here. Oh, we gotta figure out somebody's videos to watch. Who's the videos we're gonna watch this week, dude? You want to help me pick somebody?
Sure, it don't matter to me. I'm good with whatever.
I tell you somebody I've been thinking about doing their videos. We done Bill's last week, the Borgonia Evolutions, and we've done Lucifer's. Lucifer, did we do a video watch on your videos one week? Would you remind me about that? I need to make a list of that, guys. I need to write that down, because if I don't, well, wait.
Here you go.
Don't try to read my writing, because that'll never work. But if I don't write it down and make some kind of note about it, I'm really in trouble. So yeah, we done Tornelli's channel a couple of weeks ago. Gio, he's in now, see, and I think we built his time up. And he watched my time that week because I was watching his. And he said, "Well, I'll just watch yours." So I had all these hours of watch time from Italy on in my analytics. I looked and all this times there from Italy, and I go,
Yeah.
"Thank you, Gio." So hey, guys, anybody else wants to come on and join us? Hey, we got another half hour here. Come on in. Let's make this thing look like the Hollywood squares if y'all want to, because I've got most of my questions answered here from Cade and kind of what he's got going on in the world. So let me change this thing down here a little bit. But we got let me get the link there for that. Get them all moving. It's a never ending thing trying to learn to do this producing by you while you're talking thing. I mean, it's like doing one thing and doing another. So I need to try to communicate here and look at this while I'm doing this and do over here and do that. That's a little tricky, especially when you got to look up and down in these glasses, to see. Because these are readers, but they're progressive readers. So they got, they do have progressive lenses in them, but they're readers. So I can look through here and see way off over there, and I'll do that. I can see down here. So it makes your neck hurt at the end of the day when you try to do this all day. Hey, you want to know what makes your neck hurt? Did you see that video I done the other day with the camera on my head?
Yeah. Yep. I've thought about doing something like that, but yeah, no, that's
it looks goofy, but man, some of the angles it got were just so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like looking into the back of the bandsaw where the blade's going in, and looking down inside the shot smith and looking down, watching that router bit from overhead eat into that wood. Oh my God, what a router bit! Good Lord, what a router bit! That thing was mean. Yeah, you better hold on tight. That's what you better do. Let me go look here, Gio. I think I know it come in, but I didn't get it moved down because I had been running around like a chicken with my head cut off all day. I slept in a little bit this morning. Y'all can probably figure that out. Why I might do that. What'd you say at 4 o'clock when I messaged or sent you? You was on, and I sent a picture through last night about 4. So yeah, guys, that's the way it works. I mean, I can't help it. If I could, I would. I promise you that. So, let me see if I can find this message right quick here. I'm sorry. Just tell them something creative there, Cade, while I look for this.
I don't know.
Yeah, come on. But I do appreciate the way you're helping that kid out, because that's beauty to help somebody that's not able to play to be able to play. To me, that's just cool. So
well, I figure even if I don't get a single vote, I don't really care, whatever. But at least at the end of the day, he'll have something that he can play, and maybe it'll kind of spark some people to start thinking about ways that we can make guitars accessible for anybody, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's something that as just an industry, guitars haven't really done a whole lot. For the most part, they've been the same for a really long time. And it's made for kind of the biggest margin of people, but that's not really fair to people that, want to be able to express themselves with music, and, we're dealt a crappy hand and have to kind of make do with what they got. So,
well, yeah, and that's the beauty of it right there. I mean, I think that, you're giving him a chance to experience something that he can't experience as it is. I mean, not really. I mean, I guess he can, but he can't enjoy it in a way like you say. So
yeah, he has to work harder to get to that base point, right? And that's not fair, right? So,
well, my question would be this: how about a slide? Could he possibly play slide with that?
I'm not sure, because he has such limited use of his left hand that strumming and moving would be tough. So at least this way he can do hammer-on pull-offs, which I think is how he's basically teaching himself right now on a lap. Just a guitar just laid down on his lap and he's just playing with one hand, hammer-on pull-off. But this way he'd actually be able to at least do it in a normal position.
Oh, cool. Hey, I'm going to add one of Hollywood Square to our box. You ready?
Yeah, go for
it. This is my buddy here.
Hey,
what's happening, gentlemen?
How you, sir?
Not too bad. You guys hear?
In Rod we trust. There you go. Heck yeah. I like it. That's one of Lucifer's shirts, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We'd have to get one of those. That's awesome.
That is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
If you look in the
Let me
back,
get this little thing out of the way here. It's messing up the bottom of the screen. There you go.
If you look behind me,
Give
there's
you a little more room.
one he sent me.
There you go.
Oh, me. So,
Got
how
his
you
logo
been
on
doing,
the
Bill?
Was that Spike?
I said, how are you doing?
Still kicking and scratching. How about you?
Well, screwing stuff up, making other stuff, and just carrying on, you know. So
no screwing up. That's just a happy accident. It just means you got to put a battery box in there and go active.
It's a good design feature.
Yeah, the only problem is that's the front.
Well, you can make a customized logo cover for it.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I'm only dealing with 2/10 of an inch thickness on that back. And so when it went, and it just kept going. You know, it was like, I said, no.
That was a scary sound when I went.
Yeah, when it started in, I went, all of a sudden it just dropped in there and just, I mean, it was going along fine. I'd been going for, 15 minutes, cleaning out around them edges and watching. The beauty of that router sled is you can see through that glass. Well, you get a lot of static on it and then the stuff sticks. So you have to wipe it off. But you can see through that glass and really see what's going on there. Oh, look at this. Guess who's in our chat? I'm amazed and I'm happy, and I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, Matt, if that is you, thank you, brother, for being here. I really appreciate you dropping in. And he says he's got a CNC. He's still not a fan and don't know what to say much about it. Well, I'll have to agree, brother. Okay, I had one. I burnt my damn shop down with it, so yeah, I didn't put it back together.
Yeah, I could see how that would take
away from it, you know. So yeah, I just said, nah, I don't think I'll do that. I'll work with my hands, and then I watched Matt. Now that's the one that got me right there. See, I was working. I bought me a couple of planes, and I was doing all that. I was working my own neck and shoulders to death, and nah. I watch how Matt works, efficient, fast, and smooth with his stuff. And listen to this. Well, okay. Well, you can watch it later, okay? I'll just go back and watch later, and for you, Matt, and then you can hear. So somebody tell him in the comments there that I'm telling him about what I think about his machine, his ability. So the thing is, Matt, you've influenced me so much that I couldn't afford a pen router, but I got a shopsmith that made into a pen router. So, you know, I like the way you do things. I like to work efficient. I mean, it took me 3 hours to rough out that guitar yesterday. That ain't bad, I don't think. So from a chunk of wood yonder long, you know, so. But
that Shopmaster is just a spinny, chewy, woody thing of death. That thing eats some wood.
Well, the bandsaw is really good. I mean, I'm amazed how good the bandsaws are. And I've got, I've got the stretch bandsaw, so I can do my resaws on it when I cut in half and stretched out. You know, because it was 5.5 and I made it 9.5, which is plenty enough for me to split tops, and get them done. So,
right.
But yeah, I just carry on and do what's fun, and it's all about having fun, guys. And you said you were, you might not get any votes, Cade. Yeah. I don't care because I ain't in the class. I'm in community class, and I'm building like 3 guitars. And I don't care if anybody votes for any of them. I just want somebody to appreciate.
No, I'm definitely, if I enter in it officially, I'm definitely voting for Cade right off the bat, just for helping out somebody with handicaps.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Sure. No doubt, man. I'll be doing that.
That's stepping right up and snapping into that Slim Jim right there.
That is. It is. Like I say, when you can help somebody that wants to play, learn to play. I mean, that Fender right there, that Stratocaster, the Sunburst one, that one was the one the guy brought me, and he said, "This guitar won't play. Can you fix it?" And then he told me the story behind the guitar. And I opened it up and looked. I knew when I looked at it, it wasn't. It says USA Fender Strat on it, but I knew when I looked at it, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It just all jumped at me because I know guitars, but he didn't. And his wife told him, "We need to get that boy a guitar." And she found one on the Facebook Marketplace. Mm-hmm. And she sent him to go look at that guitar. And he got it, brought it back, and that guy played it. And he made it sound pretty good because he's probably a player, and he can make it. A player can usually make a guitar sound pretty good normally.
Yeah.
So unless it's got to be really bad, you know what I mean? So yeah.
You mean like mine?
So
any guitar I touch.
but it was bad. Now the kid couldn't get anything out of it. It was terrible for him. So he brought it in. And he said, "Can you make this guitar play? I just can't get it to work play right." And he said, "Okay." And so I started looking at it. He's telling me about it, and he said, He said the boy said he had $1,200, but he was needing money right now, and he'd take $6. That he paid $12 for it, but he'd take $6. And it has a case with it, but it ain't a Fender case. It's just a generic box case. And I looked at the guitar and I opened it up, and the little pots in it are, I don't know if I can make a circle that small for the pots. Okay, they're that small. I mean, they're the smallest little pots you ever seen. The magnets got little bars on the back of them. I mean, it's total turd. Yeah. Kind of like that machine I got. But yeah, I told the guy, I said, your kids can play this guitar. I can make it play. And I had it playing. I got it playing pretty good, but it's still just a counterfeit. And I told him, I says, let me ask you a question. Do you think that your kid would be happier if he had a Epiphone with a real guitar that wasn't trying to be a Fender guitar that's going to get him embarrassed the first time he goes somewhere and tries to play it with somebody? Because I don't know about you, but when somebody walked in to play, I don't care if they got an Epiphone or Hammer or whatever guitar they got, but if they got a Chinese Fender or a Chender, as I call it, they're going to get laughed at or made fun of before it's over. And he understood what I was saying about it, and it's got the name on it. It's got a USA on it. It's got a serial number, USA number on it. And I said, he'll fool some people, but they're going to catch up to it. I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, I will take it and make a swap with you, and I'll swap you an Epiphone I've got for it. So I swapped him one of my Epiphone Les Pauls for that $130 Chinese AliExpress guitar.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want the kid going out in the world playing that guitar, and I knew I could make some videos out of it. Because people are interested in the Chinese knockoffs sometimes, and I get a big enough draw on the channel, maybe I'll have enough people watching, they'll go see the one I made about it. So this on there, I made it.
Chinese knockoffs, you use them for customizing and practice so you don't screw up the real good ones.
Yep.
Well, I told him, I said, you want me to take the logos off of it for you? And just, debadge it, or maybe put, his logo, put a logo for him on it. We'll do, water sliding one and put on it. And he said, so he talked to the kid. I said, bring the kid over here. Let's let him decide. Mm-hmm. So he brought the kid when he come to pick it up, and he come in, and I had the guitar fixed, and I had him this one all tuned up that I had in the cabinet here. And I said, okay, here it is. And I showed him his guitar, and I said, what do you think? He said, I'm loving it, man. He plays a lot better. And he ain't good. I mean, he's terrible, but he's trying. But, it felt better to him. The strings weren't like way up off the fret, and it's played better through this little box. And I said, well, let me ask you this. Would you rather have something else? And I offered him this guitar here in the cabinet that I had. And he says, you really want to do that? And I said, well, son, you got a raw deal by getting your first guitar being a piece of crap that you got handed to try to play. I said, this Epiphone will play. I said, it was built, by Gibson's people and by their ways, and it'll play.
Everybody's
so why not
guitars
use it,
That's what motivates us to do better and get better.
Yeah, my first was a Yamaha. Loved my little piece of crap Sears catalog guitar. Still have it.
It's funny you say that. My very first guitar was a 1975 Les Paul straight out of the Sears catalog for a Christmas present.
Oh, wow.
The Sears catalog needs to come back. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it was.
I had
my RC cars, my Cox RC cars and airplanes, the line controls. Yep.
Yeah, you get it before your parents do, and you go in and put all the sticky notes on all the things you want, and you get none of it.
The first guitar I ever owned was a 63 Melody Maker. Yeah. And it got gone. When I got broke, it got gone. And I kicked myself in the butt every day for that. Yeah. And I had an Airline, one of those little thin Airline guitars. I don't know if y'all ever seen them or not, but it didn't even have a truss rod in it, I don't think, if I remember right.
I learned a long time ago with that over on this side here, that Washburn behind me.
Right.
Bought that new in 1986, man. I am never getting rid of that. I don't care how broke I've been on the streets before. Since I bought it, I left that stuff at a friend's house. Said, no way am I selling that off. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a part of you. You can't get rid of stuff like that.
Yep.
Well, you have to let one get gone every now and then. I do, because I just keep piling them up before long. And, doing a swap with a kid to me just seemed like a right thing. I mean, it's not like I needed it, and he needed a better guitar. So,
Yeah.
And he's happy. I mean, he still comes by here every now and then. He come by the other day and showed me, and he said, I want to come in and hang out. I said, come on. He said, can we play? And I said, well, yeah. And he pulled out his guitar and he started playing, and I have to say he's got a whole lot better in the last 3 months or so. So,
Nice.
maybe that'll help him gain, and grow. That's all that matters. I mean, I want him to just do better and grow, and help him. So,
Next time he comes over, grab some video. You guys jamming.
There you go.
I will. Kate, I appreciate what you're doing, though, man. I mean, to help a kid out, to get him in a position where something's not accessible to him, but make it accessible, that's just cool. I mean, so, I do get to vote, even though I'm in a community class and I'm doing 3 guitars in community, but I do get to vote. And you might bet you're going to get one of them for that, just because of what you're doing for who you're doing it for.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
a lot of us feel that way. We really do, Kate. I mean, so I think so. Guys, it's easy to go through the world and grab, take. And if you get a right mind about it, it's easy to go through the world and give. And that's what I'm trying to do now, because I'm at the point where I'm not going to take it with me.
See, that's the way I was raised. My great grandparents were straight off the boat from Italy, leaving from World War I. And even during the Great Depression here in the States, they had an open door policy. If you were hungry, you walked in, you sat down at the dinner table.
Nope.
There was none of this gimme stuff. It was how can I help my community? How can I help my friends, or even a stranger walking down the street?
Yeah.
Yep.
I walk down the street. I can't walk by somebody and not say hello. A lot of times people look down at their shoe or look around like, who's that, an angel? Won't acknowledge you back, but that's how I was raised, man. You walk by somebody, you acknowledge there's a human being there. You say hello.
Yep.
Now, I want to ask y'all something. Can y'all imagine me moving to California and living in California for 5 years, and with this accent, and pull up to the drive-through window at the yellow box and hit the button, it says, what's your order? And I give them my order, and they come around, and when I pull up the window, the little girl at the window, there's 3 of them there, and they're hanging out the window going, where are you from?
Yeah, you're all good as long as you had a surfboard on the top of your car.
I could have had them all fooled then, couldn't I? But I had a gold dredge in the back of my truck. That's close enough. But then they outlawed dredging in California. It was time to leave. So, that's my real gig, is that. He teaches school, and I make gold prospecting stuff, so, and it does pretty good. Keeps me busy. And let's see. Dean Lucifer said when he got his first paycheck, he bought a Dean Explorer. Then the next check, he bought a Kerry King V. That's good paychecks, brother. There you go. Hey, and you got something you wanted, okay? And something, that's what it's about. And when you get to a certain age, then what you gonna do with it? You can start giving it away. That's the way I look at it. There's my buddy Stanley McFalls, the Southern comedian. That fool is funny. I seen him one time at a comedy thing, and it's been about 2.5 years ago now, because the COVID kind of shut all that down, but Stanley's funny. And to be honest, I love you, Stanley, but I can just look at you and laugh, okay? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm just being funny because I like him. But hey, guys, every week we're going to try to do this, and every week we're going to hope to get it to build and get better. And at least we got 3 on the screen today. I mean, that's more than we've been doing. So, I appreciate Cade for coming and answering my questions, because I don't answer real probing questions. I didn't ask you to do calculus or nothing.
Good, because I couldn't.
Yeah, well.
The reason I teach English and not math.
Yeah, well. Now, see, I was the science and math student. The English was not, well, you can tell by listening to me, that wasn't my thing. I tried to ignore that. And then I took Spanish for 2 years. I can count to 10. And I know some cuss words that I learned when I lived in California. from all the Mexicans that I worked with. So, yeah, I didn't retain much of that.
It's like when you're in the Navy, you travel all over the place. You learn where's the bathroom, where's food, and all the cuss words in any language that you go to. That's the first 3 things you learn.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Where's the bar?
Yeah. Well, I don't do them anymore. I quit doing bars years ago. So
I quit.
I got burned out on the bar scene when I worked as roadie for Marshall Tucker Band. I mean, we done so many big bars and played them and had drunks all over, and I've seen craziness every night, and it just like, and then we do a bigger concert somewhere at a better place, but we had a lot of those bar type deals, and oh man, some of them could be really wild. So yeah, that's the adventure of a lifetime working for a band like that. I done it for 8 months, and that was long enough. I promise you, it was long enough.
My connection to any professional bands is Scott Travis, the drummer for Judas Priest. I used to watch him playing in a bar band in Virginia while I was in the Navy. We used to throw champagne parties and hang out afterwards and just get all crazy. And then he left for Racer X. And then when Judas Priest picked him up, it was like, holy crap. I actually know somebody famous.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I grew up in Spartanburg here where all the original Marshall Tucker Band guys were. So I knew all the original guys and were friends with all of them before they started dying off and getting killed in car accidents and whatever else. And that's the worst. I just hate missing my heroes,
So just over the hill from me on the other side of this little hill I live on, the guys from Man of War and the Ggbo Dolls are from that town over. They're not too far away. Once in a while you see them wander around different places in the college.
My guys are playing their 50th year 50 years on the road this year.
Same thing.
50th year concert. Holy moly, man! That's a lot of singing and playing music, ain't it?
Yeah, Judas Priest doing the same thing. They're out on tour right now. Can't wait till they come around again. Let's see if I can get tickets. Yeah. Maybe get to see Scott again. See what he's up to.
Yeah. Oh man.
On a bright note, my TV had died. Instead of replacing the money I had saved up, I went ahead and started ordering stuff from my Ggbo. So I got the body blanks coming, the bridge and tailpiece, tuners, the pickup rings, got all that stuff coming. I've already got the pickups I took out of my last year's Ggbo for it when I swapped those out for the one that's in it now.
What kind of neck are you using?
I don't know yet. I can't find one yet. I'm looking. I want to do a set neck because it's going to be Explorer style body. So I definitely want a set neck.
Right.
But trying to find one and source one that is.
Well, do you want a chunk of wood to make you one out of?
I got a chunk of wood to make one. A friend of mine gave me a beautiful piece of rock maple, but I just don't have the tools to do all the fretting and all that stuff. That's the only reason why I haven't done it yet.
Well, I just think I run into this chunk of sycamore, and I've got it, and I'd be glad to give you a piece big enough to make one if you wanted it. Okay, so.
Well, I was thinking about commissioning one of you guys to make me the neck. So I have to.
Well, not me. We'll get Ggbo to do that, or Luther. Yeah, Luther would probably do that for you. For sure.
Trying to find somebody kind of as local as possible without all the shipping and extra costs and killing and hassle.
Ggbo in Italy wouldn't be good for shipping. I promise you that. That kills me. Right. When I try to buy stuff from Crimson, I just can't do it because of shipping. So.
Yeah. So we will see. If not, I'll do like I did last year. I'll adapt the bolt-on neck. It's not that hard to do.
Hey, it works, doesn't it?
Hey, plays. It's sitting right there behind me.
Yeah, right there. I see it. Yeah. Well, guys, let's go ahead and get on out of here. We got about 5-6 minutes before Ben starts, and I always want to start way early so we get out of here and get over to there. And I want to thank you all for coming in and being here with me this week. And Kay, thank you for coming by and putting up with me and giving me a few answers to things going on. And I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Bill, thank you for helping me add to the Hollywood squares.
Right.
Now, I can do up to 6, so maybe next week we can add a few more, and we can just, and I'll take an extra Xanax so I don't talk over people, and we'll just go.
Yeah, I've been trying to get on it and couldn't find that stupid camera. And then I had another one that was a higher resolution, but that thing, I don't know what it does. It doesn't handle light right.
Right. Well, we got you fine, and we can see you and hear you and carrying on. But hey, if you do start working, have your stuff ready to show us when you come on. Just hold it up, show us what you got going. That's what I like to do.
Right? Yeah. Maybe
do like Lucifer. Lucifer took the camera, just took us all around, showed us what was in his cabinets. Yeah,
I'm a bachelor.
That was fun.
One bedroom apartment, man. I ain't showing you what's in here.
Hey, my shop's a total mess right now after all what I've been doing the last few days here, hollowing out bodies and cutting down blocks. So yeah, nobody's gonna get to look in there for a few days. You've seen it when I work, but it ain't a shop tour.
And got the TV sitting next to me on the floor here, trying to figure out what's going on with it. And yeah, haven't been keeping up with my womanly duties. So
well, it goes. Well, guys, thank you for jumping in, guys, really, and I appreciate you so much. Everybody else, let me click y'all out, and I'm gonna do a little sign off here. And y'all, thank you, Bill, for coming in. We'll see you next time.
All right, gents, take care. See you next week.
Later, brother. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Let's get on out of here and go over to Ben's stream and see what he's going to talk about today.
Sounds good.
I asked him a question about this base. I'm going to see what he's got to say about my truss rod length and my stiffening bars and stuff. So
there you go.
So be good. See you later, man.
See you.
Okay, everybody. Let's get on out of here and head over to the stream. Next week, somebody send your videos in so we can share them, and we're just going to kick back and enjoy life and have fun, So let's just do what you can to help somebody this week. Oh, we didn't pick anybody's videos to watch. Oh, I got an idea. Since he was in here helping us, and let's do Ravencroft. You don't have to tell him we're doing it. Just do it. Everybody just watch his channel all week. Put it on the playlist when you leave to go somewhere and just let it play. Not going to hurt you at all. Not going to hurt anybody. YouTube don't know you ain't watching it. So watch it. Let the dogs watch it. That's what I do. I put it on, let my dogs watch it. So, hey, guys, take it easy. See you next time. And thank you much for coming. I appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Later. Hit that button. Quit talking.